Hello, student friends and viewers. Today we are going to discuss the new short story The Eyes Are Not Here by Ruskin Bond. As all of you know that Ruskin Bond, born on 19th May 1934, is a noted Indian writer of fiction in English. He spent most of his childhood in Shimla and Dehradun, which reflects on his stories, and the background of his short stories are reflected from Shimla and Dehradun. He was awarded the Sahitya Academy Award in the year 1992 and the Padma Shri in the year 1999. Recently, Ruskin Bond turned 86 on May 19th. So, the short story what we are going to deal is The Eyes Are Not Here. This story has more than a singular title. The Eye Have It and The Girl on the Train. So both the titles are same with the title The Eye Are Not Here. And eyes are considered to be the window of the human body, and that let one see vast sky of outer world. So, The Eyes Are Not Here is a beautiful and delightful short story written by Ruskin Bond, and the narrator, the writer of this short story, is a first person. So, friends, we are going to discuss in very short that what is a summary of this short story in a very brief manner. So, in the introductory part, we see that this story describes a traveling experience in life in a light-hearted and a simple style. The blind narrator is not self-pitying. So here we can see that the short story explains the traveling experience, and even though the narrator is blind, he is not self-pitying himself. He is not sympathetic about himself. He is a very wholehearted person living the life. He is a very matter of fact about his disability. This is what makes them so touching. The reader is struck by the pathos of the incident. Now, even though the narrator is a blind, he never sympathizes himself, and the story he explains in such a manner that it attracts the readers. The narrator ends with an unaccepted and startling revelation. In the sense, the end of this story very surprising. The end of the story comes in a very surprising mood. So the story gives us a glimpse of the world as experienced by the visually challenged person. If a person is blind, how can he see the world that has been told in the short story? And here we reminded of a famous personality, Helen Keller, and her story about how she overcome her handicap through will and courage. So dear students, friends, the story starts in such a way that the writer narrated the story in the first person. And the narrator was a blind young man. He was traveling to Dehra. Suddenly, a young girl boarded in the train. So, when the writer was traveling to Dehradun, so a young girl entered into his compartment. So the writer carefully observed the precautions being given to her by her parents. So there was one girl who was entering into the compartment, and outside the parents were advising her that what to do and what not to do. And the narrator slowly acquainted with the girl and asked her where she was going. So here what happened, that the narrator heard the conversation between the parents and the girl, and when the girl entered into the compartment, the writer slowly she asked he asked that where she is going. And she told him that she would get down at Saharanpur, which is hardly 2 hours journey from Dehra. So the girl told that it is nearly 2 hours journey. She is going to get down at Saharanpur. The writer took all his precautions and hid the fact that he was a blind. So he never expressed himself that he was a blind. So he was taking all the precautions that the girl should see, or the girl should feel that the writer is a normal person. Then the writer complimented the girl, saying that she had an interesting face. And when he said this comment or the compliment, the girl was very much impressed. She felt delighted for such a remark, as all others said that she had a very pretty face. So the conversation of the narrator is in such a way that it impressed the girl, and everybody used to call the girl with she has a pretty face, but the narrator is blind, but he is complimenting that lady, saying that she has an interesting face. The narrator was attracted towards her sweet voice and the scent smell of her hair. So the narrator was very much attracted towards the girl with her voice, because the narrator is blind and he cannot see the girl. So here he was very much attracted towards her voice and her scent smell of her hair, the fragrance of her perfume. When the girl was about to get down, he felt like touching her hair. So they both were so close that he felt that he should touch the hair of that girl now. But his modesty prevented him from doing so. After she got down, another passenger entered the compartment. So dear students, I am making it very brief, that it will be the most important points of the short story I have covered here. So what happened? The nearby her stop came. She was getting down to her stop, and when she was getting down, she stood up and he thought to touch her hair, but the thing is that he did not did it. And after she got down, another passenger entered the compartment. So when the talk is over, she got down to his stop. So another passenger got into the compartment, and the writer again started playing the game that he was a normal person, not the blind man. Then the narrator asked the new person whether the girl's hair was long or short. When the other person entered into the compartment, the narrator asked him whether the girl's hair was short or long. The new passenger answered that he noticed only her eyes, not her hair. So the new person who was entering into the compartment, he said that he saw her eyes, not her hair. He further said that she had beautiful eyes but were of no use. Here the writer was creating the suspense, right? And he further said, the person who has entered into the compartment, he said that she had beautiful eyes but were of no use. It is of no use. This meant that the girl was also blind. With this deeply touching twist, the story ends. So here the girl who have entered into the train, that entered into the compartment, she was also a blind lady. But the narrator also is blind, the lady is also blind. But both of them behaved like they can see each other. They both were normal person. So this is what a twist which Ruskin gave to this story. So dear student friends, this is a brief explanation for this story. In the next video, I will come with the lengthier summary of the chapter. So thank you. Stay home, stay safe. Have a nice time. Have a blessed hour. Keep watching, keep sharing. Thank you.